Hey, what's going on, you guys? Golden Redstone back with another video, and today I have discovered how to make a fully working digital clock in Minecraft Bedrock Edition using nothing more than the scoreboard command and a couple of command blocks. Now, if you want to learn how to make this digital clock, go ahead and watch the full tutorial as I will go over, all the commands used, how to set it up for your time zone, and explain how it works basically. Now, all the commands for this will be in the description below, so if you're on phone or computer, you can just copy and paste them. But don't worry, if you're on console, you can just type those out for your server. Anyways, without any further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright, so first thing I'm going to go over is each command and what it does. So this is a display command. This display actually shows the server time and the time, or the server name and time you see right there. This is a repeating unconditional always active, and I'm not going to read the whole thing out, so I'm going to leave this up here for you guys to, type the whole thing out and basically commentate on what some of this stuff does. So instead of using the player's name, you'll notice under name, server, objective, we put server instead of an asterisk. So instead of counting the person playing, it counts the server, so it doesn't matter if you have a realm and say the person gets off and they get back on, the clock's not going to be the same. Because if we had it like that, quite frankly, the clock would not match any time zone whatsoever. I am working on a version of this where players can select their specific time zone, but as of right now, there's only one time zone that is set by the host, which I'll show you how to do afterwards. And also how this works is instead of just using one thing for time, I actually use two different scoreboards and merge them together, which sounds a bit more complicated than it actually is. Alright, next we're going to go over to the adds time. This is what adds the time up. This is what keeps the clock ticking right here. This is a repeat unconditional always active. Now, very important, this needs to be at 1200 ticks. The delay in ticks needs to be at 1200 exactly. And right here, scoreboard players add server minutes 1. Now make sure the server is capitalized and minutes is also capitalized. Now what this is going to do is it's going to add 1 minute every real life minute. And that will keep the clock ticking. Now from there, it's kind of just smooth sailing. Those two are really the hardest ones to come up with. Here's minutes reset. This just every time the minutes counter right down there, every time that reaches 60, it'll reset the hour. So slash scoreboard players test server minutes 60, and what that'll do is it'll test if the current number is over 60. So you see we got a repeat unconditional always active with no delay in ticks. Now this one right here, this is a chain conditional always active. This is slash scoreboard players set server minutes 0. Now this whenever the server hits that 60 mark, this sets the minutes back down to 0 so it can restart the counter, and this adds 1 hour to the server's time. So you can see say 32 was to hit 60 right now, that would go back to 0 and it would go to 20-0. And eventually, since this is on military time, once that clock hits the 24:59 mark in military time, it's got to reset back to 0. So here we have the hours reset. This tests when the server's hours goes from 25, goes over 25. And it will from there, when it finds that with the chain conditional always active slash scoreboard player set server hour 0, this basically resets the hours. Now you can use the same logic, and I do recommend that you kind of remix this whole idea to make some sort of a day counter. If you want a week counter, it counts the real life years that your server's been around. You can do all that using this basic format. And now, the second part of the tutorial, I'm going to show you how to actually set up this clock once you have all the commands. Actually, something that I'm re-recording this because I completely forgot to tell you guys, You do also have to add the scoreboards into the game. I feel like some of you guys might have been able to figure that out without this, but for those of you who don't know, you just go ahead and type slash scoreboard objectives add, and then you have hour, minutes, and time. All of these need to be, fully capital. Actually, you don't need the time one there. That was when I was testing, but you do need hour and minutes typed exactly like they are right here with the capital H or capital M. And then once you get those, you just want to go ahead and type space dummy. You want to do that for both of them. For me, it says objective with the name minutes already exists because it's how this clock works. Anyways, figured I should probably add that in. So to set this up for your time zone, you're going to want to clock somewhere around you that is in military time, or you want to take the normal time on your clock and you want to add 2 hours to that. And also, if it's past 12, so let's say it's 6 p.m. at night, you're going to want to put a 1 in front of that. So 6 p.m. at night is actually going to be 18 o'clock, for example. And 12 p.m. is actually, 12 p.m. is actually, I believe, 14. I believe 12 p.m. is 14 o'clock. So basic stuff like that. And once you find that out, once you find out what exact time it is in your time zone, you want to type slash scoreboard players set. Then you want to do server with a capital S. Then you want to set the hours here. You want to set the hours to the current in real life hours. So for me, it's 19. So I would type 19 for 19 o'clock and then press enter. And it stayed the same for me, but the hours for the server is at 19 now. And you can do the same thing for the minutes as well. So you just want to go up. I personally just press up on D-pad or up on the arrow keys. That just brings back up the message. And now you can set the minutes. So for me, I just set it to minutes. And for me right now, let me check. Now the minutes stay the same with military time, this beautiful thing. It is currently 19:35. So from there, we can just go ahead and set the minutes to 35. And it stays 19:35. And yeah, that is basically the entire scoreboard thing for this. That's how you set it up and everything. If you guys do have any questions or something's not working, feel free to contact me in DMs or go to the Discord server linked in the description below. And, I'll be sure to help you guys out there, as I know there's not that many digital clock tutorials on there. But yeah, if you guys need help with anything, feel free to contact me, join the Discord. Anyways, without any further things to say, I guess, peace out and stay golden.